and girls. I hope you're having fun working through your election day module. We're ready for math right now. You're going to go ahead and take out this paper that says election day math, but make sure you start at the top where it says follow along with the math module and complete together. We're going to complete one of these pages together, and then you're going to do the other page on your own. So what we're going to do, boys and girls, is we're going to look at this table, and we've had a mock election. So in the table, we've had people who ran for president. Jan and Bob ran for president. Eve and Cam ran for vice president. James and Jill ran for treasurer. And secretary was Elizabeth and Elsa. So what you're going to do is we're going to look at this table for the results. And as we look up here, boys and girls, we're going to see numbers. So as you can see, Jan had 67 votes and Bob had 32 votes. So we know 67 is greater than 32. So president is going to be Jan. So let's go ahead and write Jan here. So now, boys and girls, number 2, it says who is going to be vice president? So we're going to come back up to the table again, and we're going to look at vice president. So we have Eve, who got 46 votes, and Cam got 21. Well, if we look at those two numbers, we know that 46 is greater than 21. So Eve will be elected vice president. Let's make sure we're capitalizing the names of these people because those are proper nouns. Now let's take a look. Number 3 says, who is going to be treasurer? So treasurer on the table is here. We're going to look at the people who ran for treasurer, James and Jill. James had 60 votes and Jill had 38 votes. So boys and girls, we know that 60 is greater than 38. So James is going to be the treasurer. I think you're probably getting the hang of that, but let's go ahead and continue looking at our table and answer this together, because if this is easy for you, you will get through the next page easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Let's go to who is secretary. So secretary is Elizabeth and Elsa. Elizabeth got 587 votes and Elsa got 565. Now on this one, boys and girls, they each got 500, so in the hundreds place was the same, then we need to go the tens place, and we know that 8 is greater than 6. So we know that Elizabeth is going to be the secretary. So boys and girls, now we're ready to use the numbers from the table and do some subtracting. Anytime you see how many more, boys and girls, we know that we're going to do subtracting. When we see a number like all together, we know that we're going to add. Those are key phrases in letting us know what we need to do as a mathematician. So this says how many more people voted for Jan than Bob. So I'm going to go back up into my table, and I know that 67 people voted for Jan, and I'm going to subtract the number of people that voted for Bob. So it's 67 minus 32. I say more on the top, no need to stop. 7 minus 2 is 5, and 6 minus 3 is 3. So 35 more people. We want to make sure that we answer with a label. 35 more people voted for Jan than Bob. On the next one it says, how many people voted for president altogether? So we know that 67 votes and 32 votes. We're going to add those together. So let's go ahead and line up our numbers. 67 plus 32. 7 plus 2 is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. Wow, 99 people voted for president. We're going to do the same thing down here, but our question is how many more people voted for Eve and Cam? Now, boys and girls, we're going to have to go back and find the names Eve and Cam. And as we look back up at our chart, we see that Eve received 46 votes and Cam received 21. So because we know how many more people, we know that we need to subtract. So our problem is 46 minus 21. In my class we say more on the top, no need to stop, more on the floor, go next door and get 10 more, and numbers the same, 0 is the game. So there's more on the top. 6 minus 1 is 5, and 4 minus 2 is 2. So 25 more people voted for Eve than for Cam. It really wasn't a great close race, was it? And now, number 8. How many people voted for vice president all together? When we see all together, boys and girls, we know that we need to add all together. So 46 plus 21. So I know that 6 plus 1 equals 7, and 4 plus 2 equals 6. So 67 people voted for the office of vice president. Now, boys and girls, we did that page together, so the next page should be really easy for you to do. So what I want you to do is look inside your packet, and you are going to complete this page that looks exactly the same as the other one, but we have some different numbers. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to write your name and number on this. I'll go ahead and write Tracy. That's what I do in my class, and I am number 26 in my class. And we have a chart here, so boys and girls, you're going to use the information from this table right here, chart, to fill out the answers. So let's read through these names just together. Nate, Mandy, Sam, Tim for office of vice president. Nate and Mandy, office of president. Sarah and Jen, office of treasurer. And Meg and Bill, the office of secretary. You'll do this page exactly the same. The numbers are a little different and the names are different, but you're going to complete this page on your own. Make sure this paper gets back in your packet for your teacher to collect and grade. And when you're done with this page, boys and girls, Mrs. Courtney is going to let you know what you're going to do next.